It is time for today's Friday feature creature, and what a special day it is today. We are graced with the presence of Scott Mitchell today from the Erie Zoo. Hi, Scott. I haven't seen you in a while.
No, it's been a while, but I'm glad to be here.
I know. What do you have with you today?
Well, today is Save the Frogs Day, and it's not something that somebody made up. It's actually been around for about 15 years, and it's really designed to highlight the importance of frogs. I'm trying to get, there we go, and amphibians in general. So this is called a chubby frog, also an Asian painted frog, and they're pretty unique. They obviously spend a lot of time around water, but they also will bury themselves in the dry season to protect themselves from drying out.
Okay.
Frogs' skin is very permeable, so they're very susceptible to things like drought, but also toxins. And that's why amphibians are so important, is because they react to things in an environment quickly. So there can be deformities, there can be all kinds of things that you learn from a habitat because of frogs and amphibians.
Interesting, interesting. So it's Save the Frogs Day.
Yep.
So be kind to the frogs that you find in your backyard and around your ponds.
You bet. And you know, well, if they ever get the weather figured out, we'll start to hear spring peepers.
Yeah.
And those are a species of frog as well. And they're pretty interesting. The males are the ones that sing, and they can sing 20 times a minute.
Really?
And when the louder and more often they sing, the more likely they are to attract a mate.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now, how many species of frogs do you have at the zoo?
Oh my golly, I think there's about 10 different species. Magnificent tree frogs, giant pixie frogs, some other bullfrogs, some poison dart frogs, so there's quite a few different kinds.
And are they all in one spot in the zoo?
They are. We currently have that space closed for renovation, but I just think frogs are cool.
They are.
As kids, you know, you'd see them in ponds and so forth, but these guys, the one reason I'm not touching them, they're really sticky.
Yeah.
And it's not poisonous, but it doesn't taste good, and so it deters predators.
Okay. I was going to say, that shouldn't be a worry for you, though. You shouldn't be licking your fingers after you pick up the frog,
but
right?
You know, this is actually the most eaten frog in Asia.
Really?
Yep. This frog is consumed more than any other frog in Asia.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, well, they eat a lot of things over there that I might not consider, but yeah, he is beautiful. I mean, all these animals in their strange ways are just beautiful with the intricate coloring. It's hard to see it on this camera, but very sure. Hey, what's going on at the zoo this weekend?
This weekend, well, at least there's one thing you can do and not be affected by the weather. We have our Glenwood Flea at the Ice Center next door. I think there's 40-some exhibitors that will be there, and it's really grown in the last few years, so it's an opportunity to come in, find some things to purchase, but also we have book sales and there's books, CDs, games that people have donated that people can buy just for a donation, and then we use that money for conservation.
Oh,
so
terrific.
It's a way to help beyond our borders.
Terrific. And the zoo's been open for a little while now. It's always such a beautiful spot with your landscaping. Is everything budding and popping and flourishing?
The tulips have actually stayed out longer than normal. And that's because it cooled down. When it was so warm, they were going to kind of wilt pretty quickly, but there's lots of tulips out still, too.
All right, terrific. Well, nice to see you, Scott. Thanks for bringing the frog in. It is Be Kind or World Frog Day. What is it again?
Save the Frogs.
Save the Frog.
Save the Frogs.
Save the Frog Day. Good reminder. Thanks, Scott.
Sure.
Let's check in.